Alamance, Linda Aydelette here. I thought maybe I would share with you some tablescapes that I find are perfect for summertime. And I wanted to start out with a red, white, and blue theme because, well, we just had Memorial Day, and really from Memorial Day until July 4th. You can decorate with the red, white, and blue, and I'm a red, white, and blue girl anyway, so it comes in real handy when you have a lot of that around your house. So, like I said, the first one we're going to do is a patriotic theme. So if you'll look, I have some things already laid out here. I haven't done any kind of putting together, but as you can see, I have some items collected. I have these are actually bandanas that you can use as napkins. Also, I collect blue willow china, and I've been doing that. I'll show you for, you can see them behind all of my stuff there. I have been doing that since before we were married, because my grandmother and my mother had blue willow, and I just loved it and still do. And so I have a lot in my other china cabinet too. You can kind of see them in there. And so blue and white, blue willow work out really, really well when you're trying to decorate with your patriotic theme. So as I said, I went ahead, my table right now is red, white, and blue, and I've already got a runner here. I have these placemats, and I also, in addition to the silverware and the bandanas, I have a red charger. It's actually a Christmas charger, but I use it for this time of year too. I have just white. This is just the stone white from Falstaff, and so I have that. That's my everyday that I use. And then here's some blue willow that I'll use to layer. And then I also have, these are just Mikasa. These are my everyday from when we got married, when people used to choose all that kind of stuff. So that's where we're starting out. We've got a centerpiece already, which is really just a painted flower pot, if you'll see. And I have a florist foam at the bottom that I place the flags in. And then I just took a couple of extra bandanas and stuffed it just so you couldn't see that foam in there. And just kind of had a little star that goes with a box of stars that I bought a long time ago. So I'm going to show you how to put this together. Okay, so now we're going to put a place setting together. So I'm going to flip my camera around so that you can see it better. Okay, so I chose to leave my placemats there, but you can do whatever you want to do. That's the beauty of creating something like this, is you make it your own and you do what you like to do. But I left the placemat here. Of course, the runner's there. Remember, we have the centerpiece. So I'm going to put my red charger in first, my white plate next, and sometimes what I like to do is put my napkin there and then place your salad, bread, or however you want to call it, plate there on top. So that way you can either choose to put the napkin in there or where you normally would put it, which is on to the left of the plate. Then we're going to collect our utensils, and I also have blue willow utensils that I use every now and then. It was a steal at Red Collection. I couldn't pass it up, especially since I collect blue willow. So we're going to get our place of utensils and go ahead and place those there. I have, we're gonna pretend with this meal that we have a salad. So I'm going to put my salad fork to the left, far left, dinner fork next, or main course I should say, then your knife, and then your spoon for dessert or whatever you choose to do. Perhaps we'll have ice cream today. So there's our place there's our place setting. It didn't take but just a couple of minutes. It was everything I have here. I'm going to put my Mikasa goblet, and that is our first place setting. So let me get busy and I'm going to do the rest. Okay, so I have my tablescape done. It took less than 5 minutes to do it, and it's just very simple, but it gives you something interesting to look at while you're eating your meal, and also gives us a way, or me a way, to do something creative, since especially whenever we have time to do that kind of thing, it just adds an extra element to it. And also, I did decide to use some patriotic themed Santas right here. I'm going to put those on the table. I painted these in like 1993, and they were kind of like all the rage way back when. And I just think that they look kind of cute on there, so I'm going to put one at each end, just kind of facing out to that end one. So there's a better view of a patriotic theme tablescape. So I'm going to do one more tablescape, and it is a kind of pineapple-y summer theme. So I've already got a runner here. Actually, the runner is a Christmas runner that I've had for several years, and it's just a nice burlappy look. So you can use it anytime. It doesn't have to be Christmas time. And I have a cake stand that's just a plain white cake stand that I'm going to use as part of my centerpiece. So I am going to take this. It's a wreath. It's just a lamb's ear wreath, and actually I wore this on my head last year for Bible school, if anybody remembers that, when we had the Athens theme. So it's going to be right there on top of that cake stand. And then to kind of sort of finish off the centerpiece, I have a ceramic pineapple. And I actually got that at a consignment shop in Greensboro a couple of years ago, and I only spent $4 for it. And so it just looks very, very classy there. I've collected a few things. These are just some costume jewelry, pearls that I wear, and we're going to use that as part of our tablescape. I have these placemats that I had gotten actually a couple of years ago. They have the nice little seashell there, the little scallop shell, and if you'll see, I actually still have price tag on there, and I only paid 99 cents for those. So those are the kind of things that I buy, because when you're married to an Aydelette, this is how you shop. And then I have these plates that are just going to be the dessert, or I'm sorry, the probably going to be a salad plate is what we're going to use those for. If you'll notice, they're not matchy right there, but that's okay. You don't have to match. You just do you. I decided to get some nice little just plain old bowls because we're going to have ice cream for dessert. And I'm back to the old stone, the white stone false graph that is just every day. And then I chose a charger. A pretty spring green, and so of course I have my utensils there. So now actually I just thought about it, I have to get some napkins, so I'll get something that we can use, and then I'll get right back to you and show you how to put it together. So I've collected the napkins, and I had forgotten I have these napkin rings that are very, they have the seashells on them, so it kind of sort of goes with a summertime theme. So I've got those collected together, and so now I'm going to put our first place setting together. So here's our first place setting. I collected actually the glasses as well. I forgot to get those. So, but as you can see, we have everything laid out. Our bowl is for our ice cream, and there's our salad plate, our dinner plate, and utensils and napkin all ready. So now I'm going to finish the rest of the tablescape. So here's our tablescape, almost done. But remember, I told you about the pearls. So what I'm going to do, there's no rhyme or reason. I just throw them around. And it's just because this girl loves pearls. And what old Southern lady doesn't like them. So I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And one thing I'm going to do is give this pineapple a little bit of pearl zazz. Just because. So there we go. Just a simple little pineapple summery theme. And we're done. Again, it took less than probably, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes. And it's done. So I know you're wondering, why tablescapes? Why are you thinking about tablescapes? Well, I'll tell you. One of the things that I really like to do is create. I like to make things and put things together. And all of us have had a lot of time to do things like that. And the one reason that I really like to create a tablescape is I always love when my family gets together, even if it's just a couple of us. But what really makes my heart full is when I have 10 people gathered at my table. And we haven't been able to do that, have we? None of us have. And so I thought about all the things, all the sweet things that we can look forward to. And one of them is to get together with our families again and have them gather around the table. Just as with communion and that sort of time, we do focus on a table. And think also about our church luncheons and things that when we gather at church for Open Door, or just our luncheons that we do throughout the year. We all get together. We all share our love for each other, for Christ, and have that fellowship time. So that was my reason for the tables, doing the tables. And I hope that you got some enjoyment out of it and some ideas. And actually, Jess and I were talking, and we were thinking maybe you guys should send us pictures of a tablescape that you created. And this is open to all ages. I'm talking about little all the way up to 90-ish years old. I want you to create something with your table setting, share it in a photo to either myself or Jess, and we're going to maybe have a little contest there, a friendly contest, and the winner will get something very special. So everybody get on that project because you have time, right? And think about all the love that flows through Alamance. I miss you all, and I love you all, and I can't wait to see you all again in person. Bye.